Can we just take a moment to appreciate Deebo Samuel's 2021-2022 season? Because a lot of people locally understand that it was great, and Niner fans worldwide understand that it was great, but he wasn't the quarterback. Everyone was talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance all year. The Niners didn't even go to the Super Bowl, and this season's going to kind of get forgotten. And to me, as just a Bay Area sports aficionado, it's up there with any season any athlete has ever had. I mean, I watched Barry Bonds hit 73 home runs. This felt like that kind of season. I watched Steph Curry have transcendent years where he broke the three-point shooting record. This felt like that. It felt like as great as any Bay Area athlete season ever. And like, let's just pause a minute to see what he did. To me, he was the best. He was the best wide receiver in the NFL and the best running back in the NFL. I've never seen a player do anything like that. He dragged the freaking team to the playoffs. They were 3-5. He's like, look, I'll play running back. Fine. They were 3rd and 20 in Chicago down, and he's like, I'll just break off an 83-yard. He really – and then week 18 when he threw a touchdown pass when Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't. He dragged them to the playoff, dragged them to the NFC Championship game, and then got the ball taken out of his hands. He saved Kyle's job. If Kyle had lost – I don't know. Maybe Kyle wouldn't have gotten fired if they missed the playoffs, but he saved John Lynch's job. There would have been organizational upheaval. He kept a lot of people employed. And then he just got Mike McDaniels the head coaching gig in Miami. And he got himself, as you pointed out on Twitter, the bag, as the kids say. What a year for Deebo Samuel. Legendary.
It's pretty stunning when you think about the two moments when in Dallas when it was third and long, and then again was it Green Bay or the Rams?
Right, 3rd and 7. It was 3rd and 9, 3rd and 7, back-to-back weeks.
And
same call.
You give it to your wide receiver, and he gets the first down.
Now, in Dallas came up an inch short, and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
But in Green Bay, he did it.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
He should be the MVP of the league. Someone said someone ranked.
ESPN put out and ESPN put out the top 5 non-quarterback players in the league. Cooper Kupp 1, Aaron Donald 2. I forgot who they had at 3, and then Deebo was 4.
Let me tell you why that's false. If the Rams had Deebo Samuel, they would run their offense through Deebo because they're not crazy.
Right.
I mean, Cooper Kupp would get a lot of catches too, but the offense would run through Deebo. You know why? Because he's the best player in the league. And Sean McVay's not crazy.
Right. And Cooper's production is reliant on Matthew Stafford.
Right.
Deebo's production was not reliant on Jimmy. I mean, it is to some extent, but like he caught 1,400 yards and was running the ball with Jimmy Garoppolo.
He led the league in yards. I'm not done. He led the league in yards per catch. Playing with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I mean, he wasn't playing with Mahomes or Stafford or someone who actually wants to throw the ball down the field. It was like, catch this 10-yard pass and then gain yards, and he could do it better than anyone else. Unreal this season. I mean, I really, when I started being cognizant of football, Jerry Rice was already pretty much 30. I never saw Rice really in his mid-20s like this. I'm sure it was equally as impressive, but to me, it felt like a Jerry Rice season.
Yeah, I think
the MVP, he's not going to win it though.
Yeah, I think he knows it too, and It was an interesting moment. I think it was in a Dallas game, right, where they got the turnover, and then Deebo looked at Kyle and said something like, "I got you," which basically means give me the ball. I'll handle it.
And only Deebo had said that in the NFC Championship game, man.
I was just gonna say that, like, it is. I'm not really on the Kyle Blewett bandwagon, but I will say that it is inexcusable that you don't get your best player the ball within the last quarter of the game, or the ball once.
It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. Imagine in like basketball, right? If you lost an elimination game because your best player got one shot in the fourth quarter, like coach would get fired so fast. Are you kidding? It's your one job is to get him the ball.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm not saying fire Kyle, but sometimes he really, really makes it about himself when it's not about him.
Yeah, I remember watching a Saban video, and he was talking about how back in West Virginia, when he played high school ball, he was a high school quarterback, and in those days, you had to call your own plays as a quarterback, and he was in the state championship game in the last, they had to score the last second to win, and he called timeout, looked at his coach like, "What do you want?" And the coach was like, "You're the quarterback, you call it." But all I know is you got an all-state wide receiver with a bunch of scholarships and a running back. It's got to be something that involves those two. And he called like play action pass to it. The receivers scored one of the game. But
it's
your
choice.
Stories,
but don't be stupid.
Yeah, in critical moments, you have to get the ball to rely on your best players.
Yeah.
And conversely, on defense, in critical moments, and this is why I talk about D'Amico Ryans taking away their best receivers. In critical moments, you have to take away their best options, make them go to somebody else that's not their best player. And
yeah, I mean, look, if you look at what Deebo was doing, he had 13 touches in the divisional game, 13 touches in the wild card game, 11 touches in the NFC Championship game. And maybe 2 more touches in the fourth quarter is the difference. I mean, really, the Rams did a great job against Deebo, the running back. That wasn't working. But they did not do a great job against Deebo, the tunnel screener. They couldn't stop that. And you know what? In the fourth quarter, the Niners couldn't block anyone. So that would have been a good play to call one more time. And if the Rams overplayed it, then you could let Deebo Samuel throw a touchdown pass to whoever was blocking. I mean, there's so many things that you could have done. But no, you just let Jimmy Garoppolo run around.
But even if you lose, I feel a lot better losing going to my best player. And I'm like, all right, well, I gave him.
Yeah.
Rather than throwing it to.
Because that way you don't have Deebo Samuel sobbing on the sidelines being like, I didn't even get a chance. The crying was so deep to me because it wasn't just the pain of defeat. It was we lost and I didn't have a say. They took it out of my hands. I could have won this game and I didn't get a chance to do it. I won the Green Bay game. I won the Week 18 game. I won the game in Chicago. I could have won this game and I didn't get a chance. But I mean, I wasn't in his body. I don't know. Maybe I was projecting. That's what it seems like.
I think Deebo next year, if in that situation, he's got to look at Kyle and give him the ball.
Yeah, don't make me tell you again, Kyle.
Yeah. So,
and
I just want to say on that subject, maybe in every cast you should have like a moment of silence for appreciation for Deebo Samuel's season.
Man, it was came to an end too soon.
At the 19th minute mark, every cast, moment of silence for Deebo.
Moment of silence for the season that wasn't. Second quarter hit made Kyle lose confidence in Jimmy getting the ball to Deebo without getting him killed, my theory. But that was like a slant over the middle, man. The call was a screen to Deebo. In the Super Bowl, the call was an end around to Deebo. Never was stopped.
Right.
And the call was a screen to Deebo, and they didn't do, especially because the Niners couldn't block anyone in the fourth quarter. Kyle, thank you. All right, moving on. Last topic.
Maybe put Deebo at right tackle. Don't block.
He could probably do it. Shouldn't Deebo be the backup quarterback? I mean, really. He's got great touch, great feel. I think he'd do it. Why not?